I've just arrived at my medical appointment. I'm looking at this place now. I'm not even sure how you get in there, but I'll figure that out in a second. I've got everything with me that I need to bring. I've bought my medical form as provided by the training company that I'm doing my training with. I've also got with me my provisional application form as well, which I filled out yesterday. That's to apply for the provisional entitlement on the licence. I've also updated my picture on there because my old one was from when I first got my licence. I looked dreadful on that picture. So that's £17 to change your photo. So I've had to write out a cheque for that. I've also had to bring with me my glasses that I wear for driving, and also my prescription from my eye test. So hopefully I've got everything with me. This particular medical did offer to do a free diabetes screening check if I brought in a urine sample, but that was optional. I haven't done that because I don't want to. But we'll just see how it goes, really. I'm not sure what to expect. I have had a look through the form, and it asks about if you have diabetes, it asks about neurological problems. Have you ever suffered from seizures? Have you ever suffered from blackouts? It also talks about heart health, and it asks on there, have you ever had an ECG? And have you ever had an echocardiogram on your heart? Which I have, so I'm not quite sure how that's going to work. I had them because I was anemic, but I didn't know I was anemic, and they found a heart murmur on there, but they said that it wasn't anything that was going to ever cause me any harm, and that it would likely go away by itself. But I'm just going to see what happens here, really. I don't know what to expect. I think they're around 30 minutes long, according to the confirmation email that I had, and it's costing me £50, which is the same as my own doctor, but my own doctor couldn't get me in until June, so I went here to hopefully get in better. Anyway, the people walking past are looking at me like I've lost the plot, talking to myself in the car, so I'll see you after the medical. Here's the first one then. This is the application form to get your provisional licence. These parts here were already filled in by the training provider. They recommend that when you apply for a lorry provisional licence that you do a bus one as well, just in case you decide that you want to do that in the future. But it's obviously got your details on and about your eyesight and your hearing. I actually updated the photo on my driving licence, which I think I said earlier. But this is the form anyway. Talks about your health, talks about your identity, and then if you need to sign your photo, and then your own declaration. This side is like a help sheet that explains each part for you. That's the provisional licence anyway. Next up is the medical form then. So this is what you fill out yourself, your name, address, and your doctor's details, and then the examining doctor fills out this part. And these are the questions that he asked me, really. He asked me about my glasses, and I did an eye test, things like that. There were questions about neurological disorders, diabetes, have you ever had a stroke, any brain abnormality, Parkinson's disease, hemorrhage, Any cardiac issues, coronary artery disease, bypass surgery, cardiac arrhythmia, has a pacemaker been implanted, blood pressure. He measured my blood pressure during the medical and gave me an eye test, but that was it really. The rest were just questions. This is the part where we got a bit stuck on mine, where it said, have cardiac investigations been planned? And he ticked yes here. And then up here when it said, have you ever had an echocardiogram? We didn't know what year it was. I guessed about 2016, but thinking back now, I think it was more 2013 when they found I had a heart murmur. But said that it wouldn't cause me any issues. This one is all general health. He wrote all the details about my murmur and stuff in this box, and then any medications that you take. On the back of the medical form, you sign a declaration, and then you can choose whether you want to inform the Secretary, well, whether you authorise the Secretary of State to inform your doctors or to release any reports to your doctors. And then once you complete the form, you send it away with the green one, and then when they send you the licence back, you're free to book your theory and hazard perception. So that's the next step for me. Hopefully that gave you an overview of what the forms look like. Before my training provider gave me these, I had no idea. I didn't know, but you can actually download them and have a look at the form before you go. But I've just given you a quick run through anyway. I'm also going to be making another video about revising for the theory test from the books I've bought, so stay tuned for that one if that's something that you're interested in. Otherwise, until the next.